mga ka-viewers! Welcome back to my channel, and again, I am Kentruel, your vlogger for today. So before we start my discussion on this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe in this channel, Socialisation KT. So last time, we talked about who is my real hero, and that is on the subject History 07 or Life and Work Result. And now, we're gonna talk about my own perspective about this kind of topic. And this subject is Gen 002 or Understanding the Self. So, I choose this topic, Anthropological Perspective of Self. So, anthropology. So, I'm gonna ask you a question. What is anthropology for you? Well, in my own perspective or based on my studies, anthropology is the study of mankind or humankind. It is the study of who we are. It is the study of our own responsibilities in life. So, anthropology comes from the Greek word anthropos, which means human, and logos, which means study. So, anthropology has sub-disciplines. Namely, we have cultural, archaeological, biological, and linguistic. So, we'll go first through cultural. So, cultural means to explain the diversity of past and present. So, before and present, it talks about our culture. Like, for instance, ang atong day-to-day activities, that's our culture. Culture, like, yung mga beliefs na yung ginagawa sa bahay. Kung sa inyong mga trabaho, kay mo dapat na inyong buhaton. That is cultural. So, cultural has two kinds, namely ethnography and ethnology. Ethnography, which means it is based on field work. So, when you are working, you still have your culture to do. You have your own day-to-day activities. That is culture. And ethnography, which is based on cross-cultural comparison. Like, for instance, is kanang symbolize kanang mga gina-symbolize sa inyo ang community. Like, sa Malay-Balay, with the Kamulan, that is cultural. That is what we call the cross-cultural comparison. The next is archaeological. Archaeological interprets human behavior through material remains, which means that archaeological tries to describe our behavior to how we deal about ourselves. How we deal, like, how do we do? Yun sa nato pagdala ang atong kagalingon through sa ato ang behavior. Like, for instance, kanang atong behavior nga magpakamaayo sa laing tao. That is how archaeological describe or interprets. Next is about biological or what we call physical. It means that the scientific study which concern with the biological and behavioral aspects of human beings and other non-human primates. It means that biological through self only focus on our behavioral aspects of ourselves. Next is linguistic. It means that language in its social and cultural context across time and space. So, the way we use language, like me, ang ginagamit na ko in this vlog is either English, Tagalog, or Bisaya. That is my linguistic through self. Then, reality is that that's the only language I used to be because I'm a Filipino and I use language such as Cebuano, Tagalog, and English. That's my linguistic or my language. Moreover, anthropology has something to do with perspective, self, and culture. So we'll go first to perspective. So, what do you mean by perspective? So, perspective is something to do with our own self-beliefs or a particular way of viewing things that depends on one's experience and personality. Or sa atong ginapasabotan nga thing and in our own natuuhan, that is perspective. Own perspective. Now, next is the self. So, it is according to Catherine Ewing, 1990, that the physical organism possessing psychological functioning and social attributes. So, that's what Catherine Ewing says about ourselves. So, unfortunately, self can be separate, independent, unitary, self-contained, consistent, and private. So that's the reality of ourselves. It could be separate, like for instance, you are working abroad and separated ka sa iyong family. That's separate. Independent ka sa mga butang na makitaan nimo. That is independent. Unitary, you are united to one another. Self-contained, you are always contained with other hindrance in life. So, siya. Consistent, you are always in that thing. Consistent kay ka. Then, private, you want yourself to be private. Wala'y makabalo sa iyo. So, we have two aspects of self. We have the explicit and the implicit. When we say explicit, it is an aspect of the self that you are consciously aware. Like for instance, kanang kabalo ka nga kanang siya kay nanamay tapuon niya. That is explicit. The opposite is that implicit. It is not immediately available to the consciousness. Like for instance, nakakita ka na nga butang. Tapos wala ka kay balo sa ibaton ni mo ana. Wala ka kay balo sa may tapuan na. Kuan, example kanang let's say that car. Dili ka kabalo mo drive of car. That is implicit. Pero the explicit there is if kabalo ka mo drive. Kung kabalo ka mo drive, kasi mga may tabog sunod-sunod. That is explicit. So that's are the two aspects of self. So according to Putak 2008, that customary behavior and beliefs that are passed on through enculturation. So from generation to generation, culture is still there in our community or in ourselves. So from generation or from millennials up to this generation, culture is still existing. That's what Putak 2008 means. So guys, before I end this video, so in this discussion, I learned something. So have you learned something? So I hope you learned something. So I learned something that anthropological perspective of self is very important. In order for you to be aware of yourself, in order for it to know how you will deal your behaviors through yourself. And I understand many things about this, not just on this topic, but also the rest of the topics where Sir Jake discussed on us. So that's it guys. So I hope that you learned something in my video. And so again, I am Ken Roel Delastrico, your vlogger for today. So, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel Sterilization Gating. So thank you for watching and thank you for your cooperate. Bye!